Hey, what's up, guys? So recently I came across a t-shirt design on Amazon, and actually it is a much my Amazon shirt. And considering that, I think that this can be a problematic design for you if you start creating your designs based on the same topic or based on the same niche. And in this video, I'm going to share with you why I think that this design can be a problem and why you should avoid it. So guys, this is the t-shirt design I was talking about, and it is just a simple word Bengals in this vintage style typography, and it has quite a good rating and a low BSR, actually pretty low BSR, which means that it is selling a lot. Now as it is still available on Amazon, it means that it has not been taken down and it is good to go. But still, I think this can be a big problem. Now for those who are American, they already know what does this mean. But if you are not American and if you are not into American sports, you might be thinking why it is a big problem. The reason it is a big problem because this word Bengals is referencing to an American football team, and of course if you are referencing something to famous and something that is also trademark or maybe copyrighted or similarly intellectual property, that can be a big problem. So if you just do a Google search, and you will come across suddenly that it is a Cincinnati Bengals team that this design is referencing to. And by the way, if you just think it logically, if you are referencing to something related to Bangladesh, maybe Bengali people, or simply just you type Bengal or Bangladesh, and if you put that word into this kind of typography, it is not going to sell well because it is not referencing to the team or the sports fans. But if you put the word Bengals, which is clearly a word from this team Cincinnati Bengals, then it is obviously a big problem. But still it is available on Amazon, and I'll come to that later. But let me show you another thing. So the complete name is just is this word Cincinnati Bengals. But if you just scroll down a bit and look at this chart that is currently, I think it is NFL or whatever, because I'm not into American sports. So I assume that this is the something related to the current events, and you can see that there are different teams. So they are not mentioning the city or the area from which that team belongs. They are simply mentioning the name. So Bengals, Rams, Titans, these Browns, and Chiefs, Raiders. So they are only mentioning one word, which means that a single word like that, Bengals, is a clear reference to the team. It is not reference to the Bangladesh or Bengali tiger or Bengali people. It is a clear reference to that sports team. So, and that is why this kind of design can be a big problem. So in my opinion, if you want to keep your account safe, avoid this kind of design. Now let me show you another bonus design that can also be a big problem. It is just at the borderline of, you can say, going into something wrong, and that is this design. So after looking at it, you would clearly see that this has nothing to do with the team. It is not a that icon of the team. What's it called? It's icon called or whatever it is called. Let me look at the Google. So I think it has that specific word used for the symbols of the team, and actually just slipping to my mind anyway. So it has just an illustration of a tiger face. But look at it, what is the description and the title says growling mouth open Bengal tiger. Now they do not say Bengals because that would be a clear reference to the team, but they are only referencing to the growling mouth open Bengal tiger. And they have just put these keywords, just keyword stuffing with everything that they could just get. Anyway, now clearly this shows that this person, whoever has put this design online, has no intention, actually I hope so, that he does not have any intention to referencing to the sports team. But still this design can get you into trouble. Now this is a lot less problematic in my opinion to the first design that I showed you, this one with the typography, but this design still can get you into trouble. Why? The reason is that if you just do a Google search and just scroll down a bit in this Wikipedia information on the side, you will see that the song of that team is the the Bengals growl. So if you put the word growling mouth, open mouth, or just simple growling mouth, open Bengal tiger, that can be a problem. So I would clearly avoid using this kind of referencing, that is either referencing to the sports team or referencing to the sports mascot. Actually, yeah, it now came to my mind. So if you are referencing to the sports, that team mascot, and if you are referencing to the sports team theme song, that can be a big problem. So always try to avoid these kind of things. Now if something is famous, if something is trending and it is already available online, it does not mean that it is legal. It can still be a problem. And you might ask how I know about this. Well, doing much by Amazon since 2018, and I have made my share of mistakes, and that is why I know that these kind of references to the something that is famous and something somebody else's intellectual property can get you into problem. So always try to avoid it. Now you might ask, how would I, if I want to create a Bengal tiger shirt with this kind of face and illustration, what would be my opinion on what I would put in the description or the title? So first of all, I would obviously remove this word growling mouth Bengal tiger. So I might put this phrase, remove the growling, and I might put growling or something referencing to that has the same meaning. So I would go into thesaurus and I'll put the word growling in it and try to choose a word that has the similar meaning to the growling. So that is how I would approach it. Try to avoid something that has a clear reference or clear connection to something that can get you into trouble. So guys, that's all I wanted to share here with you. And by the way, this whole thing that I have shared with you, I'm not saying that will get you into trouble, but I'm saying that it can get you into trouble. The reason I'm saying it is that it is still online, which means that the Amazon review team or whoever has, they might have seen it, or they might have just not came across this design yet, but this is a clear reference to that team and that sports team, and it can get you into trouble. So if it, again, I would say the same thing. If you have seen something that is clearly problematic and it is still available online, so you cannot say that the other person is selling, so you can also sell it. It does not mean, it doesn't work like that. So always try to keep safe and try to avoid these kind of gray areas, and that is my suggestion for you. And guys, hopefully I'll see you in the next video, and thank you for watching.